Hello friendos, this is a new mini pastel review that you are not going to want to miss. My thoughts on this palette really do come full circle. Here she is. We're going to talk about her. We will also be discussing my giveaway of a Pat McGrath Labs palette. If you are excited for this, if you like hearing about Natasha Denona palettes, because I cover them all here, please go ahead, hit subscribe, and friendos, just stay tuned. So guys, who's ready for this very fun color story? I was really taken back when I saw the pictures of this. This just feels like not Natasha. Do you guys agree? Let's open it up and see if we feel differently. No, it's exactly the same. I don't know what I was expecting here, but I do feel like this color story is just a bit off. The fact that there's only one matte in here for such a, I don't even know if I want to call this neon. I mean, she's calling it pastels. I don't really think of gold as a pastel. I don't think of this blue shade as a pastel. Just kind of weird. Okay, my sister's on to something. Like, this to me feels like a Natasha Denona color story that's in the same headspace. And then this one just feels like a rush to put something out. But I might change my mind. I might get to working with these shades and find something totally different. But let's start out with swatches.
I'm the producer.
Wow. I don't know what's happening. Yay! This is how we're doing our swatches from now on. Hope you guys enjoy.
Oh, hello! And goodbye.
Not a lot of pigmentation going on, you guys. What the f is this palette? And if my voice sounds a little raspy, it's because we've gotten thrown out of our home and we've been living under a bridge for the past 3 days. I haven't gotten much sleep because there's this hobo that comes by and tries to steal my makeup from me. Realistically, that's not true. We've just all been sick for like 2 weeks now. So, if my voice sounds weird, please excuse me. So, let's go ahead. Let's start out with a look, and then at the end, I'll kind of sum up for you guys what I think of this palette. So, this Natasha Denona mini pastel palette retails for $27. So, I was surprised this time with that new increase in price. We have been getting brushes along with the sets, but this one did not come with an extra brush, and this is supposed to be a limited edition. So the green is definitely building up. It's not really hard to work with, but it's not extremely pigmented like a lot of her other palettes have been lately. Okay, so first impression is definitely able to build up the green. Is it amazing quality? No, but it is really good. So now I'm going to dive into the blue shade in here. Again, I don't really understand why this is pastel. It just feels kind of awkward. On its own, this is not very pigmented. I'm going to just go ahead and spray my brush and try to get some pigmentation put on there. A lot of you like to just use your fingers, and that's cool. I wish that I was more into using my fingers, but I'm just not. I like the precision of being able to use brushes. And friendos, I'm sure you guys can see we are getting somewhere when it comes to building up that color. So now we're going to dip into this middle shade right here, Frosty Blue. I think out of all the shades in the palette, this is the one that I actually like the most. Now we're going to try out this pink shade right here. And it really just looks like frost on my eye. It doesn't really look pink. Okay, I definitely am getting on more with this color story now that I see that it's not like pink. Okay, let's try some spray. Okay, I'm going to go through and I'm going to deepen up all these shades. And while I'm doing that, I'll be reading to you guys from Sephora. So this is a palette of 5 luscious limited edition shades in magical multi-dimensional textures. So it says we're getting a Jewel Bright Duochrome Mint with a pink and gold shift, 2 icy metallics in baby pink and sky blue, a vivid aqua green matte, and a sparkling metallic muted cobalt. Each of these fresh modern shades offers exquisitely saturated color and a uniquely buildable intensity for every everything from subtle to statement looks. All 5 shades in this Luxe Travel Size palette work beautifully on every skin tone and blend seamlessly for long-lasting, effortless, professional level looks on the go. So friendos, if this had not been a review video, I would stop the makeup look here. I would go in with some angled liner and just call it a day. Since we are trying to do a review and see how every shade performs, I'm going to go in with the gold shade. I'm going to take it right through here at the corner of my eye and just kind of take it through that lower lash line. It's funny, this doesn't even look gold on the eye. It just looks frosty, which is how I feel about most of the shades at this point. They're surprisingly just frosty. Alright guys, I'm going to step off camera to do my eyeliner and put on my lashes, and I will be right back to you friendos. So friendos, I feel like I'm coming full circle with this palette. Let's finish up with lips and cheeks, and then we'll talk about how we feel about this overall. So I'm going to go in with the Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lipstick in the shade Feeling So Innocent. I'm actually going to remember to put on my lip liner this time, and we're going in with Charlotte Tilbury. I believe this is just the original Pillow Talk. It is. So then I'm going to dive into NARS Orgasm, and that's going to be our cheeky color today. So friendos, my thoughts on this palette have definitely changed since my first impression of seeing it right out of the box. The first thing is, I don't really feel like this deserves the name Mini Pastel. This definitely deserves the Mini Frost palette. It's just a very frosty looking overall color story. I see this gold, and there is nothing gold about this on the eye. You guys can see it right there. It's barely gold. The same is true with this pink shade. I actually picked out this shirt because I thought that my eye look was going to end up matching the shirt that I'm wearing in this video. Not the case. So definitely a lot of surprises, but overall, I feel like all the shades work together really well. Now, do I think that you'll be able to create a plethora of different looks from this palette? No, I really don't. It's just too frosty, and there's not a whole lot of pigmentation in this palette. Now, with that said, if you like the look that I did here, if you've been into these frosty shades, which by the way, I feel like that is the trend right now. We saw a lot of frosty shades in the newest Moonlit Seduction palette that was from Pat McGrath Labs that launched this year. We've seen this also in the Rose Metals collection from ABH. So I feel like Natasha felt like she needed to hop on that train. Overall, I really like this look, and I am a sucker for the frosty shades as well. So I do feel like I will be digging back into this palette. However, I don't think that this is like a one and done palette for me. I feel like I would use this in conjunction with other palettes. And guys, that's it for today. Those are my thoughts. Let me know how you feel about the palette down below. Let me know if you plan to pick it up, if you are still on the fence, what you think of this look right here. I really want to hear from you guys. Also, one more thing before we go, I am dangerously close to having 1,000 subscribers, and with that comes a huge giveaway. I'm definitely going to do at least 2 giveaway prizes, one of them being from Jeffree Star Cosmetics and the other one being from Pat McGrath. And that Pat McGrath one, you guys, is really sweet. So you guys are not gonna want to miss out. Make sure that you are subscribed if you have not done so already, because I will have some more info on that as soon as I hit 1,000 subscribers. Okay, you guys, if you did enjoy today's video, please give this video a big thumbs up. Let me know what you think about the Natasha Denona releases so far this year, because it's almost over. Subscribe if you have not done so already, because if not, we'll both have to live in the sorrow of never knowing what could have been. All right, guys, have a fantastic day. Bye.